Feel the difference with CBD Direct Oils.
CBD oils may have the health benefits for your aches and pains.
All right, here we go. It is another week of PDR Tool Time. I am your host, not really Vince and Daniel, or I'm just here along for the ride. So is John Renstrom. Don't shake your head at me, Vince, all right? Because if we say anything that is incriminating or wrong, it is on you and Daniel, not on John and I, okay? So, all right, it is Daniel and Vince are the hosts. We're here for the ride and for, whatever else you need, okay?
What episode is this, Hudson?
Oh, yeah, I should probably say that. It is episode number 228. We're
what are we
following
be covering?
A riveting week of an interview with Mr. Pinto and OEM goodness.
Yes.
And we are here to talk some tools.
We are.
Tools? What? Tools? We haven't talked about tools in a while.
Well, see, we've been talking about this personally. Like, well, what should we do this week for the episode? And we're like, oh, well, we should probably talk about tools. We haven't done that in a while. And the thing is,
this is a slow time of year. This is a slow time of year for tools. We don't see a lot of new stuff. So.
Well, I would make the argument that we were talking about tools. Okay, our mind is one of our most useful tools. All right.
Okay.
I mean, like being educated and educating yourself on a continual basis is a tool that we should always be utilizing.
Business practices.
We had a holiday, and you were talking about buying some tools on the holiday. Did you buy said tools on the holiday?
No, because everything everyone mentioned, I already have, and so because I have,
what happens when you have the whole catalog?
Ultra didn't have a sell. It was like only 5%, but like whatever. If someone mentioned something that I was like, you know what, I could actually use that, but they, everyone that mentioned something I already have, so I was like, well, there's that.
That's good.
Yeah, there wasn't. Yes. You know what? This holiday there wasn't a lot of sales. In fact, I don't even think I've seen one besides Ultra. But maybe because everyone's doing really well. Or I don't know. Get a Grip has a sale like every week, so I lose track of his sales.
Who? Get a Grip.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Matt with Get a Grip has a sale every week. That dude's always selling.
Right,
he's a selling machine.
And that's not me busting his chops for, because I have my Get a Grip XL arm and I love it.
Yes, me too. Got the full line of everything. Get a Grip, and it's all awesome.
Yep. It comes in handy, man. I take mine apart and I use it in different ways all the time.
I started using it for my Kiko bridge, to hold on to the Kiko bridge while I'm setting it up and stuff. Someone else, that wasn't my idea. I saw it on PDR Tool Time. Someone did a tech tip, and I use it on there all the time.
Huh. Oh, did y'all see that Kiko is possibly making magnetic feet?
Magnetic feet?
Yeah, so like the feet of your bridge and of your mini lifter. I saw it. I think it's a prototype, but someone posted about it.
Oh.
Someone has a prototype. So basically, like if you're working on a still panel, your feet, so the rubber parts that touch the panel would be magnetized. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know.
It's probably not a bad idea.
Well, let me tell you.
I saw that. So that's something coming down the pipe.
From a company that makes something that involves magnets. Magnets are really expensive. So, that might, make the price of those Kiko lifters or something go up. So be prepared for that, guys. I know that's why people are like, how come your Magnatech mat is $107? Well, there's $20 worth of magnets in the damn thing, things like that. So keep that in mind. I'm not knocking Kiko. Maybe the price won't go up. Maybe it will. I don't know.
Well, maybe you're just buying feet because you already own the bridge. Then it's not so bad.
That's true too.
Because I would pay for that possibly. I really miss. Honestly, one thing I miss is Brent Ringland used to take Black Plague tabs, and he used to put a magnet in them.
So time.
And man, I miss that.
Yeah,
I got a few of those. They can be helpful, but they can be annoying too.
Yeah,
I would rather have helpful over. I mean, I think the helpful far outweighed the annoying for me personally. Because right now. Like today, I was working on a Tesla Hell car, and it's aluminum, and I have my lift right. And when I pull on that bad boy, like it pulls so strong, it just and then like the dead center goes flying off somewhere, and I have to look for it.
Yeah,
I don't think a dead center
and listens.
When you're old as me, John, and Vince, and it rolls underneath the car, we're like, yeah, we'll get that later.
Yeah, or it bounces and sticks to the frame of the car, and you're like, where the hell did it go?
At least you hear that happen yet.
Like, I know it's
you can just buy a drill bit and magnets and put them in your bits yourself.
I did that. I have that with several of mine. I went and I think last time I ordered from Anson, I asked if they could throw some magnets in, and they did that for me. Oh. And the first step of your unibit is the exact size of the magnets they use.
How about that? That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So I have a couple of self-made ones. I just would rather pay a little bit extra so I don't have to do it myself.
And Daniel, do you take anything to your machine? What's that machine called?
The bench grinder.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
You can't get
it right, can I?
Wow. High quality production here, gentlemen. High quality production.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
Speaking of you guys being old, have y'all ever had an IT band problem with your knees, like the on the outside of your knee? Have you ever had any pain there on the outside of your knee?
Yes, on occasion.
Every day.
Every day? What do y'all do for it?
Stretch.
CBD.
And CBD. Oh, yeah.
The CBD rub works really good. Yeah. And hot tub.
Hot tub.
And hot tub.
I want to kiss myself in the hot tub. Wow.
I've been trying to get this. I got this injury in my knee. I've been trying to get to go away, but
you know what
happened.
And then a massage toy.
You're a millennial, so you're used to instant gratification. And what you'll find out with aches and pains as you get older is you just have to wait it out. They do go away, and you could.
About a month.
Yeah, it takes. You know what? You were complaining about something like 6 months ago. Something else hurt, and you don't complain about that now.
I'm injury prone.
That's the way of our life. That's the way it goes, and it travels.
Yeah.
This week it's your knee, next week it's your shoulder, then it's your elbow, and then it's your thumb,
lower back,
and then it's your wrist, and then it's your back, and it's your neck, and then it starts all over again.
Yeah. Yes.
It rotates.
Here's my question: does it actually go away, or do you get used to it to the point that it doesn't bother you anymore?
Oh,
no, it bothers you. It just it gets pushed into the subconscious, and your subconscious is very angry, and then you erupt at occasions.
Okay. Yeah.
You get very angry. Don't push the bear.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Poke the bear, push the bear.
But the thing is you start buying every massage toy. So I have a hot tub. I have a massage chair. I have 2 different hand massager battery massagers that I have. I have a Tempur-Pedic adjustable bed. What else do I have? I have every massage thing that they sell on Facebook. I have all those.
Do you use any of those for dent removal?
I used to have the Theracane, and I used to show guys, when they come visit me, oh, look at this new tool. They're like, whoa, what's that?
Well, I think I'm catching up to you, Daniel, because I do have the massage chair. I do have a wand, not like yours though. You have a really magic wand, but I did fork out $7,000 for a freaking Tempur-Pedic bed.
Baby.
And I bought it like 2 weeks ago when I friggin' first moved here. Like the first few days moving in Texas, I bought it, went out there and bought it. And I still don't have it. I'm still sleeping on the ground. It looks like a college dorm in my bedroom. Waiting for my friggin'
I have a purple mattress.
$7,000 friggin' dollar bed. That might
you're going to love that thing, man.
I hope so.
I have an adjustable base bed.
Do you?
Yeah, my wife and I have the 2 twin XLs that sit so we can adjust our own separately.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 2 twin XLs put together make a king. Right. And so it's adjustable. So it's good. Yeah. It's good on the back.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're talking about tools.
Is it good for anything else, by the way?
What, the adjustable base?
Oh, yeah.
I can attest to the usability of the adjustable positions.
All right, because we were just kind of getting curious about that. It's like, well, what else can we do with this adjustable base?
Oh, my friend. A whole new world has opened up to you.
That's another show.
Yeah, my wife was like, you got to get snipped fast.
That's a different podcast.
We have a fourth kid running around here soon, a little crotch goblin.
Yeah. All right. So what are we talking about, guys? Are we just going to have a mixed bag of goods?
I got something to talk about. So today I'm working on an old Chevy truck.
How old? When you say old, is it you old or
it's so old?
3 body styles ago.
That's not old.
Oh.
So what is that, like early 2000s?
99.
90s?
Yeah.
It's the body style. What I don't even 2000. Yeah, probably something like that.
Does it have rolled bed caps or does it?
Yeah, the rolled bed caps. You can't get into the bed caps.
And the hood, is it rounded or is it squared?
They're rounded.
Okay, so you had the pressure dents in the hood, so that's like 99 2000.
Yeah, and you can't get into the bed from the tail lights. Right. So it sucks.
Yeah, a horrible design.
Yeah. And you can't go through the bed cap at the top, so it really sucks. But it gets dense right in front of the wheel wells, right? And there's nothing to leverage on. It's just wide open. And I got the new leather tips from VIP.
From VIP?
Ooh, I was about to talk about those.
Yep. And I use those and they work really well because you can't use metal on the inside because that'll crack the paint. So you have to use either a plastic or some kind of softer material so you don't crack the paint. But I hammered the dents out and I put the smallest tip that they have with the leather on there. The only thing you got to be careful of is when you're using that thing on like the inside like that, you can embed rocks into the leather. And then if you use it on the outside, you're going to screw yourself.
Did you find it slippery? I know Toledo was saying something about the leather being slippery to push on the inside.
It'll get slick. You know, when you use it some, you'll see it'll get really shiny.
Honestly, I know Sal with the Dendal, he's all about using leather.
Yeah.
And I know Wade Hartley has told me you need to start using leather. But like, I'm just not about carrying a bag of leather around and cutting it into little pieces and having an arts and crafts session for my dent removal. Because that's what they do. They take it and then they glue it onto and I'm just not about that. But the leather that is on the VIP tip, I saw as less for pushing and more for blending. So I've only put it on my blending. What was that, John?
That's how I use it on my blending hammer.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this. So for people that haven't maybe seen them, he sent them out to quite a few people, and I've been using it. First of all, he has a leather tip that is smaller than the leather Q-tip on a pull Q. So no one else has that size. He's the only one with that size leather tip because there's a couple of leather tips out there. There's Crow Carb, there's Revolution PDR tools. As far as I know, are there any other ones that we know that are leather tips?
No, not really. Speaking of which, I met that Michael Casper character today. He came into Anson.
Revolution. That's Revolution.
Yeah.
So everyone has those, and supposedly the VIP tips are the sizes in between the Revolution tips are. So the Revolution tips, there's 3 sizes, and then I think there's like 5 VIP leather tips, and they are actually like in between the sizes of all those. So they're all like different sizes.
Right.
But I've been using that smallest leather tip from VIP.
Probably American versus metric.
No, Peter makes those in Chicago. They're not made over. They're made in the USA.
It's a joke.
I will. So if anyone wants to know, like, okay, leather tip, why do I need a leather tip? Whatever. I'm noticing there is a difference. So for people that use like a Dentcraft cherry, not a cherry, but a red,
R4
or a
cherry
blue,
R8,
R8, yeah, like the rounded one that you use. And then there's the Endeavor blending tips, the Endeavor, like the Crown Jewel.
Yeah, those are small.
Which is a very, very, very soft rubber.
Yeah.
So you got really, really soft rubber, and then you have a hard rubber, basically just what's on your handle of your tool, but on a rounded surface is what the Dentcraft one is, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These leather tips are the in-between.
Yeah. Oh. It comes in handy.
Yeah.
Well, there's 4.
So it's an in-between softness.
Yeah.
But one thing I like to say is Peter really does a nice job on manufacturing those. I mean, they're really well made.
Fit and gum is
I've been using them quite a bit, and they're holding up really well so far. And just the craftsmanship is really, really nice.
Yes. I will say the bigger ones have a little bit of a learning curve since there isn't any dome to them. They're flat. So the edges can catch a little bit more when blending.
That's what I noticed.
So there is a learning curve there a little bit with the bigger ones, but that smallest tip for sure is fantastic because the smallest tip's domed. The two smallest tips of the leather tips by VIP have a slight dome to them, but once you get above the pull Q-tip size, they are a little bit flatter.
Yeah. Now there's 4 in that.
Do you guys take it
4 or 5?
There's 4. I got 4 in mine, and on the website it comes up as 4. There's 4 on the VIPs. The Revolution set, there's 3 in those.
That's what it is. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So do you guys ever take it and I put it on one of the smaller blending hammers, and then I put like just a striking head on the other side, and I use it as an extension tap down? You guys ever do that?
Huh?
Not with the leather, but that's why I have multiple 18-inch blending hammers.
Well, you're talking about, catching an edge or something like that. When I need accuracy, that's what I end up doing. If I really need to be accurate with my strikes, I'll use it as an extension and strike it with my regular hammer and do it that way. That way I'm getting very precision strikes when I need it.
Yep. And, like I was saying earlier, Michael Casper from Revolution PDR Tools, he was in Anson today. He's down here in Texas. And I got a chance to meet him. And a really nice guy.
Yeah, super nice.
Yeah. And he does have a set. The black powder tips is what they're called.
Yeah, that's what they call them.
Yeah, there's the cannon, there's the blast cap, and the keg. And the blast cap's the smallest one, and the keg. The cannon's the biggest. His are rounded, but they're powder coated black. And he came out with this version of these that were red, white, and blue, and they were smooth. And I actually thought that those were prettier finished than the black powder keg or the black powder finish, because black powder looks like it's matte finish. It's a little bit of a texture to it as well, but they are nice. They're very nice. That's my point.
I've yet to try them. I'd like to.
Yeah.
Now, Vince, so you've been at Anson for a week now, officially?
2 weeks, yeah. Yeah, about that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what's it been like? Tell what's the inside scoop on tools and what you're learning and what you're seeing. Are you finding any surprises of what people are buying and seeing what people are coming into the store and stuff like that?
Well, let me tell you, the first thing is the store is, when you come out for an open house, the store looks fantastic and it's great. And it's kind of like that on every other day as well, except for the back office, but no one, customers don't go into. The front warehouse area. Oh my God, there are so many tools, and they sell so many tools of every manufacturer out there that they don't even have a chance to categorize and inventory everything, because tools are flying out of that place as quick as they're coming in. A lot of the times what I found, and this is really important for our listeners to understand, that a lot of the times I've been working the last 3 months trying to improve their search engine at Anson, and maybe some of you have noticed it, and some of you were really turned off by it and haven't gone back, but I encourage you to go back and search for the tools that you're looking for, and you'll find them a lot easier now, and they start popping up and generating right away. But part of the secret to Anson is, if you don't find something on the website, it's because they've pulled it off the website and they still might have 1 or 2 left. So always call. If you really need something or really want something and you don't see it on the website, call, and you know that they carry it, call for it. Because what happens is they move through so much material and product that on a Friday, if they're showing 5 units, by Sunday, they'll all be sold out, and they'll keep on, the way the website sets up is they'll keep on selling, and next thing you know, you're back ordered and waiting for something for weeks. So there's a little precautionary thing in there where once it gets to like 2 or 3, it gets pulled from the website automatically. So that's a little trick that I've learned with working there. So if you really need something and it's not on the website, call, and chances are they might have one, possibly two.
Nice.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So when Daniel runs out of all the plugs and they're out of stock,
well,
and he needs plugs and unibits.
They have a section just for Daniel and his plug and unibits.
Oh, okay. They call it the Grom section?
It's an amazing section. It's right next to his hammer and his bubble tails. His whale tails.
And I guess Daniel's hammer has that large pancake head so that he can really hammer in those 1-inch plugs he has to put in.
That's actually how he determines the size of the hole he's going to put in.
Okay.
Bigger the better.
Yes.
Drill, baby, drill.
Gosh.
You know what? And it's all that it's cracked up to be so far. They're wonderful people, wonderful family. I've actually been working for them for the past 18 months now. But, now that I'm here, I'm working with them every day. And it's such a pleasure. There's so much, camaraderie and with everyone that comes in the door. It's really awkward right now with COVID because there's so many cases down here that you have to wear a mask walking into Anson right now. And it could be awkward for some of these people that don't really want to wear a mask. And it's nothing personal. We don't want to wear them, and we don't want to have to tell our customers to wear them. You know what I mean? But they don't want to get shut down or fined. So it's like,
it's been mandated in Texas.
It is. It's mandated. But, we've had a couple people that have turned around and walked right back out the door. And it's like, hey, believe me, we don't want to tell you to wear them. But we don't want them to see us, without masks and shut us down, So
it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad that someone would just turn around and walk out the door, not support a local business because they're following the mandate that the governor.
You never know.
set.
They could have had a bad day. You know what I mean? They could have heard that we were probably the third time they heard it that day. They probably went to the gas station, convenience store, and next thing stopped at Anson. Everyone's like, "Wear a mask. Where's your mask?" But we do have masks.
No.
We do have masks at the door if you do forget them. But please.
Yeah, I had to work inside a Tesla service center. I was doing a hail car. And so I'm there and they had me in my own little corner off to the side. I'm not around. There's not someone within 100 feet of me.
Yeah.
So I just took my mask off because I'm like, crap, I'm not around anyone. I'm well over 6 feet away and I'm just doing my thing. And like someone comes over and taps me on the shoulder and goes, "Hey, you need to put your mask on."
Yeah.
I'm like, really? I'm like by myself over here. What's the deal? Like, they're like, if you're inside our facility, government mandate says you have to have a mask on. I'm like, oh, gosh. So I had to put, I had 10 hours working on this car all day and had to wear this mask, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
So not my favorite thing.
You know what I got to do today?
What'd you get to do?
I did a estimate on hail. I did my first hail estimate for the year.
Yay. It's only June, July.
And it was all like dime size, but they're like, God, there were so many dents. They're just on top of each other. It was just riddled.
But no such thing.
Wait, huh? I have the perfect sound effect for this time. Say it again, Daniel.
I had to. It was really hard. It was really, really, really hard.
Yeah. Keep on going.
There you go.
Yeah, come on. Daniel's talking about hail again. John, tell us about your hail. You guys got more hail again. What the hell's going on up there in South Dakota? No one wants to go up there. It's freaking hammered crap.
That's right. And we got more hail because God likes me better than everybody else.
There you go. You're the chosen one.
He must like you a lot with how big he's sending it.
Yeah.
I'll be fixing this crap till 2022. So
really,
it was a good time to get out of playing on computers and actually go do something fun and real for a while.
So basically, you're getting one dent done on a car per month, right? That's how long it's taking you to do one of these nasty things. That's why it's going to last 2022.
Man, it's all combo cars. So there isn't a body shop for 250 miles that isn't booked up for 8 months.
Wow.
And it's going to be that way forever. Dealerships can't get any cars in. Nobody can get replacement inventory. Used car prices are absolutely insane just because nobody can get any inventory. Dealerships have been decimated.
Wow.
I think that's John. I got to be honest with you, though. I noticed that down here at the local Burleson Toyota dealership, their inventory is really thin.
Well, that's because nobody can get any replacement inventory.
Yeah.
Then you come up here and they total out 80% of the cars on a lot from a hailstorm.
Wow.
Then you really have nothing to sell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's nuts. It's it's going to be going on, and it's just going to trickle on forever. And that's exactly what it's going to be. Is it's going to be a trickle in forever. We got a car in the shop now that's had both windows, front and back window, replaced, and it's impressive. It didn't total. We've totaled several right and left, and I don't cower down. I don't try to save cars. I've not been shy about that. I throw crap away. I have no reason to be on a hail sale when there's an unending supply of hail work.
Yeah. And no one to fix it, right? Because hail guys go up there. They're like, we're going to Colorado and going to wait for that miracle storm that might come.
Well, yeah, a lot of this stuff isn't fixable. I mean, the power PDR box, we've got there's 6 of us in our 2 stalls there, and I think there's 7 power PDR boxes within the building.
Well, I just refurbished another one at Anson. It's the only one in existence right now, and it's version 1. And we'll give you a screaming deal on it. If you're listening to this, we will sell it. It'll probably be gone by the time this is posted, though.
Yeah.
Now, I did custom build a tip last night to try under some braces.
Yes. Talk to us about that.
I haven't got a chance to test it yet. So as soon as I get a chance to test it,
how dare you bring this up?
I shall report back whether it was good, bad, or ugly.
Okay, well, tell us this.
Probably going to be ugly.
What about this? Because there is something on the market that a lot of people don't know about that you use. I think Power PDR probably doesn't want us talking about it because they're probably trying to develop their own thing. But we're going to talk about it anyways because it's been years now and they still haven't come out with the damn thing.
All right, and why don't you tell us what you use? I got to find the link for it.
I'll find it while you're talking.
For those of you that remember the Big Dent machine, before the Power PDR come back, in the Big Dent machine that was being sold from Excel Tools out of Europe, Excel Tools makes a flexible tip that goes in that end of the Power PDR box and the Big Dent machine. Now, that flexible tip worked a little bit better on the Big Dent machine where you were tapping it all the time than it did on the Power PDR box. Yep. Now, the flexible rod is basically a 10 gauge solid copper wire onto a 3/8 solid plug. The problem is I could not find, even online, to be able to order some round 3/8 copper. It's very awkward to use because it's like 10 or 12 inches long. It's still, that 10 gauge wire's got a lot of flexibility into it. It's covered in heat shrink. Well, we were using it to do a hood on a Ford. Oh, what the heck was that little thing? Anyhow, stretched dent. Some other dent guy tried it and failed. Car got traded in. 2.5 hours from the center of this brace. So I got 2 window wedges in the brace. We built a sander to get back behind it so we could at least clean off the E-coat and get to the bare metal. We're working, we're grinding, we're tapping, we're trying everything you can. And it just taken forever, 2 hours to shrink this stupid dent, which should have been 20 minutes with the carbon arc rod hanging out of there. So I had an old broken Dentcraft whale tail. I took it, I bent it over, smashed it together. I had to heat it cherry red before you can bend it because otherwise that metal's too brittle and it would break.
Yeah.
Bend it over and then ground it so it was a little bit more round. It fits right where the 3/8 carbon arc rods go in on the end of the Power PDR box. I heat shrink the whole base. I put a plastic cover over the remaining the handle, the metal part that shows. And the reason being is when you're working under the brace, you hit the handle and you hit the back of the tool and it arcs against everything.
Yeah.
Because you'll rub through the paint on the brace or something.
Sure.
So I'm hoping this whale tail, but I don't know how the whale tail metal is going to react. And right now we've got 6 cars waiting on subs. So we're kind of in a little bit of a slowdown section here. Grandpa Grom is over there just nodding off, man. What's up?
for someone, for having a story involving the bench grinder and other types of tools, you seem to want to seem to be nodding off quite a bit there.
I usually take nap time. I take siestas now. I'm planning on moving to Spain. So I'm trying to acclimate to their customs. I try to take siesta during the day, and I missed my siesta today. I apologize.
So next 10 dents, take a nap.
So I bought a new hammer. Did I tell you about the hammer I bought? I got myself the Carbon Tech Bryce Rockhill Mini.
The first one or the second one? Which hammer are you going to talk about?
Okay.
You got two, right?
So there is, I ended up getting two. I bought one from Edgy Tools, and it was one of the original ones, and it doesn't have the new one he has now. The Bryce Rockhill Mini has one side is a screw-on tip. It's a 12-inch long thing, and on the other side is a permanent
fixed
tip.
Yeah, fixed tip there. Flat.
Yeah, it's really a fixed tip. There we go. And it's very flat. And when I got it, I like, because I've heard people talk about these, and they're a little bit heavier. And I'm trying out, because I like a lighter weight blending hammer. I like to kind of dance on the panel there, but I'm trying out once using the Grom 144 hammer and the weight of it and how it kind of just did the work for me. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try some heavier hammers out and see how I like it. So I got the Bryce Rockhill Mini, and I can tell you this, and I called up Todd Zimmer and I'm like, hey dude, what's up with the one I just ordered? It looks different than the one on the site. He goes, oh, you got one of the older ones. So he was super cool, and he's like, I'm going to send you, the updated version. And then he sent me the Carbon Tech 21 hammer as well to try out.
The 21. Which one's the 21?
So basically, the 21 looks exactly like the Bryce Rockhill Mini, but it has two interchangeable tips rather than a fixed head.
Okay.
And here's my understanding, or what I'm like. I like the weight. I like everything about it. But the fixed head, in my opinion, is too flat, and the edges are too sharp.
Okay.
I wonder if there's a tool that could be used to fix that.
Hey,
first try.
There we go. Good job, Vince.
We took three attempts.
And so the thing is I would take it to a bench grinder, but then I don't have all the tools or the time available to round out these edges to make it, first I would round it and then I'd have to polish it again. Yeah. Right.
They call it chamfering.
I remember.
Right? We had a conversation with Mike, the thrower from B&D, about a chamfer.
Yeah, I forgot I forgot what it was.
Camphor.
So my thing is the Bryce Rockhill Mini is fantastic. The head it comes with, the interchangeable tip on it, is really great. It looks like a little penis head there.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I love it. I love the weight. I love the action of it. I've been using it nonstop on this Tesla Hell car. It works great on aluminum and steel.
Mm-hmm.
The head was very difficult. The fixed head is very difficult for me to work with. I think there's a little bit, it takes a little bit of learning to learn the center of that head. Because if you get off a couple of millimeters, you're gonna create some damage.
Yeah.
Which I did several times.
Yeah.
And that's where I would say the Carbon Tech 21 hammer, if you're not super advanced at blending, I think this is a fantastic hammer.
Yeah.
It's great weight, great balance, and the two interchangeable tips it comes with, basically it comes with the same head, like little penis head that the Bryce Rockhill Mini comes with.
Yeah.
But the other side, instead of it being fixed, has like a more rounded flat head, which I feel the fixed head should be like.
Yeah, and you can interchange it too. If you don't like it, you could put something else on.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say, like, I find myself, because I seriously have probably 15 hammers to choose from on my cart.
Yeah.
And I have been finding myself going back to that Carbon Tech 21 hammer.
What I notice
every time.
What I like about my Carbon Techs is, I customize them and I personalize them. Even Daniel's, the one thing right out of the box, I need a longer head. You know what I mean? And that the mini Bryce Rockhill, that didn't work for me because the tips are too close to the shaft. So I need some.
Have you tried putting an extension? Like the
little edgy tools.
Edgy tools, the little green one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I use those quite a bit to get some extension out of it, and I like a heavier head, and I'd like a ball on the end of my shaft.
Sounds nasty.
Hey, so here's a question. Hey, John, here, my problem with the edgy, the small edgy extension, the smallest one, is every one I buy, the little screw-in part, it's not all one piece. The little screw-in part comes out of the actual extension.
Well, it shouldn't.
It does. Every single one I buy from him does.
Put a drop of Loctite on.
Loctite.
Is that? Would you just like thread like a red or is red the hard
I would
one
use
or
red.
blue?
Yeah. No, use the red. The red's the high temp. The blue can still, especially if it was on a hammer or something. Yeah. I don't even know what happened to my little green.
I've never had that problem
because
I've never had that problem either. But I've
had two do it to me now.
I use a locking compound that's made by Loctite as well. That I use those on the tactical balls I sell. You're not getting that thread out once it's in. It's done. Donezo.
I kind of want to go back to using an extension on your hammer for your hammer heads. If you're working on a door that really dives in, really curves in, kind of like a Dodge maybe or something like that. You put a longer extension on that. It really helps you get that head flat on that panel, and play around with that. So, it's just
and it's one other thing too. We have these new tips coming out at Anson that are the Desert Tan Peak, and they're really nice. There's going to be 3 different sizes to them. There's a 1/2 inch, a 3/4, and a 5/8 dome. And we're having a really hard time. Some of the manufacturers that are, the smaller manufacturers, they're out doing hail right now, and they can't always get you the tools. And it's a struggle when you're a PDR tool company trying to sell other people's tools and people are rattling you. Hey man, how come you're out of stock of this all the time? Well, the guy that manufactures it's out doing hail. So sometimes it's a struggle, and so we came up with this, or Craig Dyer from Anson, he came up with these 3 tips that are really cool, but they're not. We're going to make them in titanium as well, but they're that peak, so they're lighter, and they're going to be fantastic for doing rails on lighter metals like your Kias and Subarus, because you don't want to use a heavy Daniel Ground blending hammer on a friggin' rail of a Subaru. You blow right through it. So be on the lookout for those. So I just got them in stock, I think, today. So they'll probably be up on the website by next week. But they're really cool. And then Carbon Tech, speaking of Carbon Tech, came out with that slime glue.
I just put it in my glue gun.
Yeah.
And I will be using it tomorrow.
John,
and I'm actually very excited about it.
John has had it for a little bit, but I don't think the temperature's been right up there for you.
It's a high humidity glue, right?
Today was mid 90s, 55-60% humidity. It was nasty.
Yeah,
it sucked.
Did you use it today or no?
I still stink. I've been using the glue for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah,
and it's sticking hard. I put it on a bare aluminum motorcycle gas tank. I got some killer hard pulls on that even. But yeah, I did cooler temp. It doesn't seem to be quite so effective. I had to make sure I ran a couple of sticks through my gun before I really got to claim that I was using just the slime glue.
Yeah.
It's sticking. It's hooking hard. I'm even pulling with the little 6 millimeter dead centers with it. So I'm not having any problems. I mean, you put on a big tab, you're going to be not letting it pop with the slide hammer. You're going to alcohol the tab off.
Yeah.
So
yeah, cool.
It is hooking hard. It's got a bit of flexibility to it, similar that I would put into the category of hog glue. Not as flexible as hog glue remains. It does get a little bit harder and a little bit more brittle. Like hog likes to stay really, really flexible. But it gets a little bit similar to that, but it does have a good solid hookup and does seem to handle the high heat and humidity without any issues.
Very cool. Because it is sticky, icky down here in Texas, man. From where I
just
came
to give you an idea, it's let's see, it's 8:00 where I am right now. I'm at 80 degrees Fahrenheit and 81% humidity. So whenever someone said, "Hey, we have a glue that's great for high humidity," I got giddy.
Yeah.
So
Good.
I'm really looking forward to trying it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm 82 degrees and 48% humidity right now.
Yeah.
So, but it's it's been really good. Now, something I just picked up because I've known about the tool. I like it, and I just didn't have a reason to buy it in the past, but I'm building a double tool kit. So I picked up the 8-foot dent stuff rod.
Ooh.
And we really beat the hell out of it on an aluminum F-150 just to give it the go. And man, that's a phenomenal tool. It really is.
Hudson, would you say your humidity was?
81%.
Okay, never mind. You got me beat. It's 84.
I'm a little closer to the Gulf there, buddy.
84.
Go
ahead.
John, you said you were using the dense stuff. Which rod?
The 8-foot.
And that's the telescoping rod, correct?
Yep. The
The
telescoping
smaller one or the bigger one?
Daniel, the 8-foot is a bigger one.
Okay. I look at them at diameter. I don't know. I don't know what they extend out to.
The 8-foot was the one I was
do
jumping
hail.
up and down on it in the
Right.
MTE.
Okay.
Yep. And it's been phenomenal. Jesse and I've been working it over pretty heavy. We've had Carbon Tech rods. Well, Jesse had one of the original prototype Carbon Tech rods from way back. So we put this sucker through the paces on some aluminum. If you're thinking about it, pull the trigger on it. It is a phenomenal tool. You will not regret it at all.
So
Yeah.
I bought the dead stuff rod, the 8-footer. And the reason why I bought it is because I wanted something that I could fit inside my Mary Poppins drawers. Y'all the drawers I'm talking about that you had, like there's 3 drawers on top of each other that people put in the back of their vans and they extend all the way out to the very end.
Oh, right.
And
Yeah.
Those are called Mary Poppins drawers.
I call them Mary Poppins drawers. You know how Mary Poppins just keeps reaching into her bag and pulling things out? Like the drawer,
I like it.
Just when you think it's about to stop, it just keeps going. You're like, oh, does it keep going? Anyways, and I was really let down when I bought it. It did not fit in my Mary Poppins drawer. It's just a tad bit long. So I keep that in there because I really like telescoping rods. Like I even bought one from Dent Technology back in the day and it was garbage because I really like that idea. But this Dent stuff rod, he's figured it out.
Yeah.
Figured out the telescoping to where it is solid and it doesn't break on you.
And it doesn't twist. It doesn't come apart.
Yep. This is the first telescoping rod I've ever bought. I've used a lot and I hated every single one of them that I ever used. This one was the first one that I was comfortable buying after playing with it, and I do not regret the purchase.
That's saying a lot right there.
So. Now, Vince, you haven't even touched a car, huh?
I have. Yeah. Dude, that's the cool part about being an Anson now. I think that's one thing that they appreciate too is like I'm having customers come in all the time and they have an expert. Well, yeah, you know what? I am an expert. They have an expert to go out there and show them how to use a tool and stuff like that. I can't tell you how many times I've gone out there to, show them how to use a door properly or a tailgater properly and this and that. It's one guy bought a prop and lock and he thought it was a door jammer and it was all jamming up and you couldn't get it to work. And I'm like, well, really, it's a hood prop, but you can. And then I showed him how to use it properly. Anyways, it's cool.
And you're handing out a PDR Tool Time card with every single purchase there, right? Vince?
No, but I would say there's quite a few of our listening audiences that do come in there and say hi and can't believe I'm there. So it's a little bit odd, but I'm there and come in and say hi to me. I'll talk to you. Come in and
get his autograph anytime.
You can slap them. I would just go in there and slap them and then leave and say, that's for making me wear a mask.
Right.
That's for Listen.
Yeah, but no, it's been really cool. I'm passionate about this industry, and what better place to be than at a place that carries not every single tool, but I'd say like 95% of the tools that are out there. Right? Yeah.
All the good stuff.
And it's funny because some people thought, oh, you're going to be impartial to Anson stuff or to Anson. I'm like, no, I will. When I'm putting links up, they will be to Anson links. They won't be to the manufacturers because they are selling the manufacturer stuff. But they carry everyone's tools. How can I be partial if, Dent something. Endeavor.
Yeah, whoever.
If Endeavor has a tool that is perfect for this guy, I'm going to sell him an Endeavor tool. If there's a tool other than Dent Technologies, I might sell a different tool. No, but
do they still have any Dent Technology tools?
There is, yeah. Actually, the swivel tip is still a big seller. That's kind of reprised itself again. They do have quite a few of those. I'm surprised how many of those go out the door, to be honest with you. I think it's because of the large damage that's going on. Not just up by you, John, but down here in Texas, San Antonio and stuff. There's some really, College Station, there's some really stretched stuff out there. And having one of those swivel tips is remarkable.
I use mine all the time on big damage.
Yep. That was one of the first ever videos I made on reviewing a tool was that Dent Technology swivel tip. I was amazed at how big and how small of damage I could push up with that little thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to put a link on the website. Oh, look at that. I'm on the website at Anson and just started typing in swivel and it came up before I even got to the I.
Oh man, look at that hard work.
That's how much the search engine
good job
is working
paying
now.
Off.
So there's a link to that swivel tip on there that not everyone, but a ton of technicians are buying right now, just so you know.
And if you guys have some questions about how to use that, I mean, we're kind of coming in on the close of our show, but post up and we can make sure to remember to talk about it a little bit more. I've got a couple areas that are highly specific that work great for that tip.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And for the record, guys, there is I can't tell you one glue is better than the other working at Anson. They all sell. I mean, all of them. And they go through a lot of glue. And when I mean a lot of glue, we're restocking those baskets every day. So some of the most popular stuff right now is obviously the Orange Fire, Chili Red, and stuff like that. But still the hog glue, the tequila, the fire, the slime is flying off the shelves right now. So just, my advice when it comes to glue is pick out 2 or 3, master those 2 or 3, and be done with it.
Yeah,
I'm with you, but people keep sending me glue, and they're like, "Here, dude, try this out." And now I've got I got cases of glue.
Yes,
yeah. But no, I've really been a huge fan of Hog as a long timer, and then for the brutal stuff, I was using root beer. Now, man, I really did like the tequila ice though for the early spring when it was still cold here.
Yeah,
man, yeah, that worked great. It got my cold mornings a lot more flexible. So,
well, you were fortunate enough to have cold mornings up until about 2 weeks ago, you bastard.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. When it turned hot, and with the hot has come the much larger hail.
Yeah,
because that's driving that stuff up there.
Yeah.
So
it's been super hot here, and it's so nice to grab the tequila hot glue,
tequila fire,
and switch over to that. Really helps out and handles it no problem.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, cool. Listen, guys, we're running out of time here. Do we want to wrap it up and move on to our next episode of next week, where we'll be bringing you more riveting content on tools, techniques, stories?
All right.
But I will say, don't be afraid. We've had a couple of people message Vince and myself of just feedback on the show. Good and bad. I don't know if y'all know
Vince
this,
is so famous.
One of the greatest things about Vince moving to Texas is the show is no longer recorded during dinner time for Vince.
That's true.
So Luckily for you guys, you will no longer have to listen to Vince go, now what I'm thinking is that this tool, what is this? What is this? Is this taco salad? Man, I love taco salad. Next time, can we do some basil pesto or with some pasta? That'll sound really good on a mic.
Can I get some wine with that?
Yeah.
And we're gonna have to get Daniel a cot so he can at least like lay down for portions of the show.
The whole 50-minute session is really long on Daniel at the end of the school day.
His sciatica's flaring up.
You'll start appreciating nap time.
I appreciate nap time.
But
I appreciate it.
Poking fun at Vince. But guys, if you have anything you'd like to hear on the show, please don't hesitate to let any one of us know. Like, hey, it'd be cool to hear about this, or if you could look into this for us.
Yeah,
we'd love to bring certain people on, get to know more. And this show's about you guys.
And when there's complaints, we get our pay docked. So remember that. We will try to correct our behavior so we don't get docked.
Vince didn't get paid this week.
I'm not getting paid this week.
Free.
I'm doing this.
Vince had to pay us. All right.
Yes, this is my food episode.
I put $10 in the jar. All right, fellas. It's been a great week. Daniel, what do you say?
Level up your tools.
Don't do stupid stuff.
Embrace the crazy.
And keep it stiff.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the industry and tool-related news every week.
Visit AnsonPDR.com for the largest selection of just about all your PDR tools, where you'll find hog glue and hog tabs.
Don't forget to grab your Magnatech map, available at most PDR tool distributors.
Mobile Tech RX, the app that helps you make more money.